folks, welcome back to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. This video is going to be a little different. I'm going to shoot this inside for a change because it's really hot outside. This week it's been in the hundreds several days, and we had a cool front come through last night and it cooled it down to like 95. So nice brisk 95 out there. So yeah, so today I've got a package from Hillco. So Hillco, I think they're a fairly new company. They were at Hive Live Conference, the last one they had. And a friend of mine, Dave, he's a frequent commenter on my videos. He's a great fan. He came out here all the way from Arkansas last year. He met them and he bought a lot of beekeeping equipment from them, boxes and frames and so forth. And he was telling me about them. Said to check them out. So, you know, this year I ran out of honey supers, and I was thinking I need to go ahead and buy some of those. And I needed some more telescoping lids and some bottoms, which a lot of times I make those myself. I don't have time, and I don't have the material that I had last year, I don't think. But anyway, so I started going down my usual Mann Lake, clicking and putting stuff in my basket, and I remembered I need to try out that Hillco company. So I got over to their website and I started looking at the things I needed, and I noticed there was a significant difference in pricing to the better. So I thought, well, if the quality is good on these, man, there is no reason I shouldn't and use them. So but then I was curious about shipping, because Mann Lake is free shipping at like 100 or 125 or something like that. So I wondered about that, and I couldn't find it anywhere on their website if it was free shipping or not, because I thought, well, that's where they'll make up the money. And so I clicked in a little chat thing down there. Would you like to chat with one of us? And I thought, well, I'll try this. So I typed in there, what's your price break for shipping? And he came back just within a minute and said $100. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So I was really surprised, for one, a small company like this. And he got back to me that fast. So I assume they're a small company. But so let's open up these boxes, check out the quality, and I'll show you what all I got. And at the end of the video, I'm going to put on a spreadsheet and show you the difference in price per item, and just show you how much cheaper it was. I think you'll be surprised. So let's get started, open this up. Okay, let's start on this small box here. So I'm fixing to extract my honey. That's why I've got the all cleaned up in here, got the AC going, and it's nice in here. It's about, well, I've got it set on 80. But when you come in from outside, you're like, oh, feels great, even though it's still set on 80. But I'll probably turn it down here in a little bit, a little cooler. So it seems to be packaged well. This box is crushed a little, but there's nothing in there that's gonna, you can't crush a piece of wood. Maybe a frame, I don't know. We'll see. So we have this apartment because we lived in here for about 5 years while we were paying our debt down and getting ready to build our house. And before we had this apartment, we lived in a fifth wheel trailer for about 8 or 9 months while I was building this apartment. So I built all this myself, and it's inside that big red building. So here we have telescoping cover, and it's already white. This is, I thought it was plastic, but it's not. It's a metal. It's like, looks like a powder coat finish. It's attached with Phillips head screws. So that's what the corner looks like, how they do the corners. Which, when I walk by mine like that, I always catch my bee suit on those. But not much you can do about it. So I would say it's as good a quality or better than the ones that I made myself. And the last ones I got from Mann Lake, they had this plastic finish on it that you had to peel off. And I peeled one of them off, And man, what a pain that was. So the next one, I just left it on because I was like, screw that. And so it has a little blue tint on the one out there. It's Hive 27. So yeah, that's a nice, good, solid. So just needs painted, which that's on me. So I ordered 40 medium frames with extra heavy wax, it said on the description. 2 bottom boards, 2 telescoping lids, which is what that was, and 5 medium honey boxes, honey supers, whatever you want to call them. And I'll put a link to Hillco down below. I'll pin a comment so you can get that link to them. So here's the other lid. Looks just like the other one. So they separate everything with this foam, which Mann Lake, I don't think they do that. They pack things in so tight they don't move around. But I'm not dissing Mann Lake by any means. So here's the bottom board. It says they're reversible in the description, but I don't know that I'd reverse that. Well, I guess you could. It would really make the entrance narrow or shallow, whatever you want to call it. So there you can see, oops, wrong side. Well, I guess if you reverse it, you have to flip it. So here's the standard 3/4 entrance, and they have boards that are lapped over. You can see there's no light through there, so it's kind of a lap joint. And the other side, I guess if you were to reverse it, is there, and that looks like that's maybe a 1/2 inch or 3/8. I don't know. So I don't know that why you would want to reverse that for such a small, low clearance. I don't know how you say it, entrance. But yeah, it's solid. The bottoms I've been getting from Mann Lake, I've been buying the treated ones because some of my screened bottom boards out there, the termites are eating them up. So, and the termites would like this, but and they're painted too. So I'll have to be sure and put an extra good coat of paint on this. I might get me some of that. I don't know what it is. It's a copper or something or other wood treatment to put on here to keep the termites out. Sorry about my sniffing. I just had a sneeze attack. So here's the other one. All right, let's get into this big box. So if you ever have to do a lot of shipping, there's a lot of good foam right there. That stuff isn't cheap. Okay. They wrap this one with those nylon strapping. They put a lot of tape on it too. So this will have my frames and my nuke boxes. Not nuke boxes, my medium boxes. Okay, here's how it's packed in there. So it look like the medium boxes are all strapped together. Well, they're individual, strapped individually. That's kind of nice. And then here's the frames. So this says it's extra heavy wax, which I can feel the wax. I can't visibly see it, but it feels good. So hopefully that will still be good next spring when I actually will use these. So, and this is great. I didn't have to put them together. So I should have 40 of these frames, and they're stamped on the top. It says Hillco. Right there. And I just noticed one little spot right here where there is a lot of wax right there. But yeah, they feel waxed adequately. In fact, I'd say, so I've got some Mann Lake frames out there. Let me go get one and do a touch test. Okay, I got a deep hair with the right cell foundation in black. So this is for a brood box. But I can feel wax on here. Now these are a year old and they've been sitting on my shelf out there all winter and through part of this summer. And you can see a little bit of wax right there on this one as well, right in there. But I have been rolling some more wax on these. I just don't feel like the bees are taking to them like they ought to. And I don't know if it's because they sat for a while or what. But this one, it definitely feels like there's more wax. But it may be the age thing, I don't know. But yeah, I am happy with these. So, looks like they're single stapled with a big staple. And what is important, they've got a staple right there, catching it in the side. That gives it some support for when you lift it up, it won't pull this out. I can visibly see, so I get in like wood glue here, which that's important. If you don't, yeah, I can see it. They're glued good. So that means wood glue is usually stronger than the staples. The staples are more to hold it together while the glue dries, right? So this is a Mann Lake assembled frame, and looks like they used 2 1/4 crown and no end staple, but it is glued. Same on this side. So I buy these in boxes of 20. It's like $55. It used to you could get 40 of these for about $100, but I know they've gone up. But we'll compare apples to apples with the cost of these frames versus Mann Lake. So here's how they're packaged, each one individually. Let's just piece one of these together and check it for fit, because that's what's important. I've gotten boxes from, well, I only buy them from Mann Lake in the past, and I've had some where they did not align, and they were good about replacing them. It's a snug fit. So the other day I was saying, you know, if you're going to be a beekeeper, you got to be pretty smart and be able to count to 10. You also have to be able to assemble things the correct way. Yeah, it's really a snug fit. Some of those Mann Lake ones they would just flop together. That is a tight fit and it is flush. You see that? And I haven't tapped on it yet with a rubber hammer to get it even better, because there's a little bit of a gap right here. So I could get them a little tighter. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So Hillco did not know I was going to do this. But I did contact them this week and said, hey, I just bought some stuff from you, and I'm going to do a giveaway for my 10,000 subscriber celebration. Would you like to contribute something? And he said, why, sure. He said, yes, sir. He called me sir. So he offered up what was it, $150 promo code that will be given away for that video when you find out, when we do the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Boy, these are really snug. they have some tight tolerance on their cutters. It's not an interference fit, it is just snug. I mean, there is no slop at all. You could probably get away with not even nailing these and just glue them. Okay. So, no slop at all. It's a snug fit. It's level is what I'm saying. So I've gotten them from Mann Lake that they're all like a teeter-totter, you know, after you get them put together. Man, I'm really impressed with the quality of these. And there's one little knot there, which the grade I get from Mann Lake, it says may have some knots. And I think I get commercial grade. To me, this looks like a higher grade than what I get. There is only one knot. And it's not even a bad one right there. And that's one. I don't see any knots on those. I'm impressed, folks. That is a high quality. The grooves line up flush. There's not a board sticking up. Man. So like I said, they did not know that I was going to do this video. They didn't know me from Adam. And yeah, see how flush that is? Sometimes you'll have a little one sticking up here or sticking up there, and you'll have to sand on it. And sometimes they'll rock because like the corners will be higher on one end than the other. The grips, I think those are longer grips than the Mann Lake boxes. I think the Mann Lakes are only about that long, like that. I don't think that's a big deal. I'm not bashing them for that, for having short ones. That is good quality. So one thing different than the Mann Lake ones, it doesn't have a pre-drilled hole for the nail. Some people use nail guns, some people use staple guns and just pop it. I really like the galvanized nails because they're thicker. Those air gun nails, they're not very thick. And I think they're prone to rust. So, and also when you do a nail gun, it leaves an indentation there. And to me, that kind of exposes the grain for water to get in there. And I know you cover it with paint, but still, that's another place for, you know, rotting to begin, for that to start coming apart, because that's where your failures will be. So if you've got a nail rusting underneath paint, you've all seen how that goes, and eventually it might eat through that paint. So that's why I like the galvanized nails, and I paint over those. They don't rust. It's thicker, and I feel like it's a better hold. And I use a small galvanized nail, and it takes a bunch of them if you're doing these. But yeah, I prefer those. So I probably will come back and pre-drill those. But yeah. So Hillco, I give them 2 thumbs up. Now let's go to the price comparison part of the video, and we'll show you that and close it out. Okay, coming to you here from the Bee Farm Command Center. So I got my computer up here and got the spreadsheet up. So I want to pull this up and show you apples to apples price comparison. If any of you are interested, here's my subscriber count, 9,957. So it looks like 43 to go to hit the big 10,000. So let me pull up the spreadsheet. There you go. So here's the 4 things I ordered. This is the Mann Lake pricing, Hillco pricing, and how much I saved. So you can see I saved $116 just by going to Hillco. So let's get into this and see why. So Mann Lake bottom boards are $31.95. So for 2, that would have been $63.90. And they are a little bit different design. Mann Lake's bottom is one solid, like a plywood bottom. And Hillco uses 1-bys with lap joints. And I don't know if that's the price difference or not. But and just something to note: everything you buy from Hillco, pretty much that I saw, if you buy 5, they take 5% off. So if I would have got 5, they would have been $19.28 each instead of $20.29. So got 2 for $40.58. So saved $23 just on the 2 bottom boards. Telescoping lid, $39.95 each at Mann Lake, would have been $80. Hillco was $30.40 each. For 5, I paid $32 because I only got 2 and they were $63. $15.92 savings for the telescoping lids. Medium supers, commercial grade box of 5 Mann Lakes, $125. Hillco's $18.42. I did get 5, so I got the $18.42 5% off. $92 versus $124. That's a big savings, and I think they're better quality. I really do. The only thing they don't have is the pre-drilled nail hole. Who cares? I'll drill some holes for $32. And like you saw in the video, they were top-notch quality. I would say they're better quality than the ones I've gotten from Mann Lake for sure. At least that one was. 40 frames. Mann Lake sells them in groups of 20 for $79. So I remember when those were $60. So they're $79 now. So that's $158. Hillco charges by the frame. I forget the price break how that worked, but it was $379 each, or $399 each, or $379 for 40. And I think the price break may have been if you get 40. I don't remember. Anyway, 151 versus 158. Not a lot of savings on the frames. So if you like Mann Lake's frames, go with that. But Hillco did have the side nail where Mann Lake did not, and I like that. Let's see. So total is $426 versus $348. I'll say $78. Here's another thing interesting. Mann Lake charges tax, which some big companies, to do business, they have to charge tax. Some of the smaller companies, you don't get charged tax. So I don't know the details behind all that, but I know Hillco didn't charge tax. I don't know if they will in the near future, but hey, without the tax, I would have saved $80. With the tax savings, I saved $116. So you be the judge. The quality is excellent. I am happy, and I would say Hillco has a new customer in me. I'm definitely going to use them. I liked what I got. I liked the quality of it, and you can't beat the price. So unless you just like throwing your money away, I would definitely go with Hillco. And there may be other companies out there that have comparable prices to them. I don't know. I've just used Mann Lake forever, and I just got locked into it, and that's what I was going with. So that's the end of the video. I hope it was helpful and informative for you guys. So give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. And be sure to subscribe. It can help me get to that 10,000. Catch you all in the next beekeeping video. Y'all take care.